Hello, and welcome back to another Lighthouse module. Today we're going to go through Chapter 6, which is about using MyGov and other Australian government services. Let us start off with the home screen. So once you go to MyGov, we've got a few options here. We're going to be talking about the inbox, the profile, payment and claims, the Australian Taxation Office through linked services, and Medicare. It's a whole bunch of things we can go to. First thing we're talking about is viewing and linking your services. So first one here, we need to click at the bottom right to go to view and link services. From here, we're able to look at all the options we have. I have my ATO and my Medicare linked, but we can also see there's a whole bunch of other ones such as Centrelink, child support, aged care, and many more services that we're able to access. First one I'm going to show you is how to do Medicare. So we're going to go to the link button highlighted here, and it's going to start the process. Now, it's going to ask you for your given name, your family name, and your date of birth. So you can enter those details in here. I've done this, but I've had it blacked out just so my personal information doesn't get leaked. And then once you put in the information, you press continue. From here, it asks you for two things. If you don't have a Medicare account, you're going to need to create one, which you can enroll down below. But if you already have one, it's going to ask you for your linking Medicare to MyGov. So I've already done that, got my Medicare, so I'm going to continue on. It gives you two options once you say you've already got Medicare. It's got the Medicare card and the linking code. If you pick the first option with your Medicare card, that's going to be the easiest. Otherwise, if you don't have a Medicare card yet, or you've just gone in and you haven't been able to link it yet, you're going to actually have to call Medicare for a linking code, which is the option 2. Sometimes there can be some errors with the card. My card wasn't working, so I did have to ring Medicare to do a linking code. This can happen sometimes. I don't know why, but if it's not working with your Medicare card, ringing them is your next best option. And it doesn't take that long. It took me probably about 5 minutes to get through. I was pretty lucky though, so it could take longer, I don't know, but at this stage, linking code does work as well if you do have trouble with your option 1. Once you go to option 1, it'll ask you for your Medicare card and your identifier number. We enter those steps in, and then you start putting your personal information. Your given name, your surname, date of birth, all the information that is already on your Medicare card. Once it's done, you press next, and then we have the success. Now, this option will come up for both the link and for your card. Once it's done, it will say you successfully linked your Medicare to your MyGov account. And if you go back to your dashboard, all your information will be there. So then from Medicare, from the dashboard, you can go into your Medicare account and you can see all the information here. I've got a couple of my rebates, got my name, it's got all my information there. Nothing too horrendous that I don't care that you see, but it just shows you a bit of a glimpse of the home page. We've already talked about Medicare. So let's go into what we can do with Medicare now. So we have a few options that are highlighted here. We've got the make a claim. We've got the vaccination record. We've got your payments. We've got updating your details, registering for My Medicare, becoming an organ donor, looking at your history, and other services that you can use. Now, all these ones, you do need to know. You can also look at the app for help as well. The app is very useful. So once inside, we're looking at the first one, which is making a claim. So we have 3 options here: to make a Medicare claim, to make a thalidomide claim, and a COVID-19 vaccine claim. Next, we have the view and change details, which is if you move addresses or you wanted to use a PO box or anything else to get the information sent to. All this sort of stuff you can do. You can even cancel your Medicare account if you wish to. You can look at your medical history. So you can see things that you've had done, if you've had any surgeries, checkups, or anything else. And then we have these services here. So you can talk about your organ donations, you can enroll your newborn child. If you have additional children, you can put the documents through, aid payment scheme, safety next, My Medicare, all those options are available here too. And then the last one, which is the contact us, has many things available, such as contacting them personally, but also has the online tutorials, which are going to be able to help you through a lot of your problems if you do have issues. So the online tutorials are there. If you find that you are still having trouble, you can definitely go to that and have a bit more of a further look. So now we're going to talk about the ATO. So similar to before, you can go to your home page and go to the link. And once you've linked it, the ATO will come up, just going through the same process. So in this case here, we got the ATO page, which, you can look at your tax returns, all this sort of stuff. So you can check your HEX debt. for those who go to university like myself. Check your superannuation, you can claim your tax return, you can check previous tax returns, look at income statements from your job, you do payments for ATO online, and there's much more things available. If we have a look here, we got the tax part. For the accounts, we have the tax accounts, the super guarantee, overpaid, the super accounts, light accounts, all this sort of stuff and information available. We also have the lodgements, which has the activity statement, the income tax, the non-lodgement advice, and many other things we can access as well. The ATO also has a part which tells you how to lodge your tax return. The link is on this slideshow right here, which can help you through the process of doing your tax return yourself if you wish to. Otherwise, you can pay for someone else to do that for you. We also have the payments, so making payments and payment plans to keep you in check. Payment plans are usually pretty good, especially if you want to pay something over time, not all in one lump sum. And then you have your management, which is for overseas travel notifications, tax, shares, all that other stuff. Then we have your super. So you look at your total information for your super balance, employer contributions. It's all broken down in here. Straightforward arrangements if that's something you need to do. You also have the managing, so you can look at first home savers, compassionate release, a whole bunch of different things are available here as well. We have your employment, which again keeps track of your employment details. You can also put in your new employment and your income statements as well. Most of the time when you get a job, this information should happen during the process. But if there's anything you need to change or do, you can go through the ATO as well. This last part, your profile, my profile, allows a few things to happen. You can look at your authorized contacts, your personal details. It's more about who's got access to this and all this sort of stuff. Managing your card details, looking at your history, your preferences. If you change your details for your address or anything, that's where you go to as well. And finally, we have a last service, Centrelink, we're going to look at today. So here we can see straight away that we have a few things such as making the claims, view payment history, and reporting dates, which is important to keep up to date as well. We can see here in the My Details, we have quite a few things, your profile. If you have accommodation changes or address changes, you can update all these other things, your contact details, your new number, traveling inside Australia, Angie bill relief, and nominee arrangements, letter and messaging, all that sort of stuff can be done here. We also have the payments and claims, so we can make a claim, your online claims, your payment service. You can also manage your payments, put an urgent payment, look at the money you owe. All this sort of stuff can be found here, all the information you need, especially with the assurance of support and the home equity access scheme calculator as well. Then we have My Family, so you can put your family into here as well. You can put your family income estimate, your child education details, returning to work, family income history, look at transition to work, temporary financial hardship, all this sort of stuff is available for childcare. Looking at your childcare subsidy summary and all this sort of stuff can be done as well. Then we have the income and assets menu, which looks at your employment income, your income and assets details, and your family and parental income as well. All this information can be updated. You can get advice. You can look at the income and assets. All this information is available here as well. And the last one we look at is the documents and appointments, which helps you to upload documents, view the upload history, request a document back, but also to manage appointments as well, Centrelink. So we also have this part of Centrelink, which is an online tool, which helps you with payments and services. So you can actually go to this payment and services finder, and what you're looking for can be found when you click on the payments and services and start using it like a search filter, where it'll tell you and give you all the information you need. So it's a pretty useful tool for when you need to find something out. So this has been chapter 6, which is the MyGov and some of the programs inside MyGov that you can link and go to, such as Medicare, Centrelink, and ATO, Australian Taxation Office. We've hoped you've gained some bit of insight into these programs, and if you have any questions, please reach out to us. Otherwise, you can go to the website itself and have a look at the details there. Thank you very much and have a good day.